Welcome back everyone, and in today's video we are going to discuss how to solve chess puzzles, because chess puzzles are the crucial part in the game of chess to improve your tactics and calculation skills. By solving puzzles you can improve your tactics and calculation skills and take it to the next level, which is definitely going to help you to improve your game drastically. So today I'm going to solve chess puzzles on chess.com, Puzzle Rush Survival, and it's going to be very cool. And I hope that I would be able to tell you how to solve chess puzzles, and it would definitely help you to improve your chess game drastically. So till then, keep watching. So we are going to start. So let's start. Our target is to reach 60 puzzles. So let's see if we would be able to reach it. So here black played the move rook into f2. So here the most natural move is to give a check. You must always start by looking at checks. So yeah, here it is. Here white played this, hitting the bishop, but here we can simply mate our opponent. So like first starting puzzles are going to be extremely easy. You can easily solve them by it is more like a 1 or 2 move mate. Like here it's a 1 move mate and stuff like that. Here we are having double attack, so it's a mate. Here it's a mate. And you can see it's the puzzle number 7. We have already completed 6 puzzles, and you can see it's already 1 move mate. So it's going to be extremely easy at the start, and once you start solving puzzles, like once the score rises up, you are going to face some tremendous problems, some very hard puzzles, and it's going to eventually help you to improve your game. So here we have king e7 as it was a check, so here it's a 1 move mate. Many players in this position try to find some ideas like a move like knight to g6 check, and they think that if pawn takes we can capture the rook. Guys, it's good but it's not the best. As I always say, once you see the good move, try to find a better one. So like it's the 1 move mate, so why can't you do it? So you must always first look at some checks. These are the most crucial things in a puzzle. For example, here white played the move knight e2. If I give this position to you and I say, how can black give check to the white king? The most natural answer is to play the move queen h4 check, because that's the only move. That's queen h4 check, it's a check and you are also winning a piece. But that should be the most precise way. Here many people trade the queens, it's not the best, you are simply getting a piece, so take it. King h2. Okay, so now the puzzles are becoming a bit more interesting, I would say. King h2. So now if you see, there is no direct checks. Like I can't play a move like queen to h3, I will simply lose a queen. So how to give a check? Here we use our knight to put on g4, because he can't capture because the king was pinned. You have to move the king, and you can simply capture the pawn, followed by mate. And we are doing a mate like this. Yeah, you see white captured the pawn and we are still mating white's king. Easy peasy. Now okay, this puzzle is also very interesting. So you can't give a check like this. You can't sack the queen because he will take, and if you try to capture, he will capture with the king. So it's not directly working. You must give a check with this, and once the king moves, now you can sack the queen. So okay, it's this puzzle is also very interesting. You must start giving checks. It is the only check I can see in the position. You can also play a move like queen h7, but I guess after queen trade, black can simply capture the pawn, and black is already 8 points up. So this check is the most obvious king move, and Now the real thing begins. You have to see this move very clearly, which is g7, b7. It's a check. The king move and you can make a queen. Okay, so yeah, this puzzle is also very interesting because you can't there are two moves from where black can give a check to the white king: queen h1 and queen f3. Both the moves are very tempting. Queen h1, the point here is the king can go to e2 and there are no more checks suddenly. It's waiting for white. Even the bishop is out. But after queen f3 check, the king is having nowhere to go. White is forced to put the rook in between, and you can simply capture the rook and mate white king. Okay, so here it's also a moment, a very interesting puzzle. There are many ways. There are three ways from which black can give a check: rook e8 check, rook e8 check, and bishop to c3 check. Bishop c3 is not working. White will simply capture the bishop. Rook e8, I will simply move the king. The most logical moves look like giving a check like this. And the point here is, if the king moves, we can capture the rook and it's a mate. And he has to forcefully put the queen in between, and now it's still a mate. Yeah, this puzzle is also very interesting. There are many ways from which black can give checks: rook e7 check, queen e8 check, queen e7 check, and queen to d5 check. In every check I give to e7 or e8, white will simply run away and there is nothing happening. But queen to d5 is the most interesting move because it gives a check as well as it picks up the rook. So why not give this check? And the most interesting thing is, after capturing the rook, white can't really mate black king because the rook is covering the c8 square. So it's winning. After b5, now there are many players in this position who try to keep checking the white king, like king here, queen here check, and yeah. But they must know about this particular theme. The diagonal check is very instructive. It gives a check to the white king, and once the king moves, white will lose the queen. Here it's a check, we can capture the queen, so why not to capture? Now yeah, this puzzle is also very interesting. You can also try to solve this puzzle. Very interesting puzzle. There are no real direct checks in this position. I have all successfully completed the 21 puzzles. So a move like queen into f2 comes in our mind, like giving checks, but it's not working. White will simply capture the queen back with the queen. Even with the king or the rook is fine. So how will we continue? Will we try to play a move like rook to d3, hit the queen? That's a bad move. White will simply move the queen and the game goes on, nothing's happening. But the winning move in this position is to sack the queen. And white has to capture or else black will be a piece up. So after rook checks, now you can give a check. Like I'll show you. And the point here is, if white captures, now you can go in with the rook and it's a back rank mate. So white captured the rook, and here capturing the queen is a bad idea. You must first capture the rook and then capture the queen, and you would be simply a piece up. Now this position is also very interesting. Black is already very much down material. He's already nearly 8 points down. but the rook is very active. This should be something. This should be something. I'm thinking of the move like bishop to c3, because bishop a3 is bad because of king a1. And suddenly there are no more checks. Bishop c3, bishop comes in between, and my concern here is black should take the bishop with the bishop or with the rook. That is my biggest concern. I'm thinking to capture with the rook, because after king to a1 I can simply move the rook and it's mate. So we have to forcefully put the king to c1, and after rook takes pawn I can mate him. The point is, after bishop into bishop, white is having the escape route of playing the move c3 followed by king c2, and it's not working. So you must capture with the rook, king into here, and it's the fourth mate. You can see how. Now this position is also very interesting. There are no more checks. How will he try to continue the position? Will he try to sack some material? Will he try to trade rooks? Is it a good idea? Because the most interesting idea in this position here is the c3 pawn is weak. So you can actually put the pawn to d4. The rook and the king is in the same diagonal. So if somehow the pawn moves from the c3 square, bishop comes to d4, hits the king and the rook, and it's winning. So b4 is a very interesting move. If you try to capture, I can capture the pawn on d4 and kill the rook, and it's winning. And if it doesn't capture the pawn, I can capture the pawn and it's a pass pawn. So it's winning. Takes and it's winning. Now here also comes a very interesting puzzle. In this position, many players usually try to capture the pawn, and it's a free pawn. But guys, it's not working, because despite capturing the pawn, both the sides are having equal pawn and it would turn out to be a draw. But the winning move in this position is to give a check and capture the rook, and this pawn is much faster. And like in this position, I was calculating to perhaps capture this fifth pawn and give checks. But it's not working, because you can capture the pawn and there is no direct mate I can see. But the most interesting move in this position is to play rook b5 check. And it's a mate. So you can see the puzzle starts to become difficult once you keep solving the puzzles. At a certain limit, you're going to face some real issues, and you have to use your intelligent brain to solve the puzzles. So that's all what it is. So basically that's all what the main point is for solving these interesting chess puzzles. You must try these chess puzzles. I can provide the link given in the description below. You can simply go and try to solve the puzzles. So basically, my blunder was I took the knight, which was a bad idea. I should have captured the rook. That was my mistake, or you can say misclick. So yeah. Uh, okay, so sacking the queen was a bad idea. First knight check was the move. My bad. Guys, the video ends if I do the third one wrong. So yeah, that's it. I'm thinking to play queen f5 check. It makes the most sense. King to d6 as fourth move. I can give a check like this, followed by check. You can't take, you have to play here. It looks alright to me. I can take the capture. Okay, so I'm already a piece up. I just need to save my piece and that's all. So playing here is a bad move because it checks in and he grabs the piece. Look at one. Bye bye.